Hey everybody, Everett's Live Music, another shout out tonight on the 24th of August. And tonight I'm just like hanging out and I'm pushing through the summer here, man. We're getting towards the end. I'm going to start playing outdoors soon. I'll play the sidewalks and the parks. And I might hit a bar or two once in a while. I like spreading the music and that live vibe, man. What's up with all this new auto tune and stuff? For so long, man. We got all this stuff now, man. It's like you don't even have to really know how to play music. The limitless background music you can just lay down, and I don't know as though it's awful or wrong. Always remember on my channel, dude, I don't know if I'm right, but I got feelings, dude. I just think like from an artist and like as we speak about the future and some of these messages before, how everything's going to turn out and stuff, just like, man, maybe, all right, it's fine. I don't remember myself ever really arguing over a DJ, because they're going to compile a bunch of different songs, and the way it's being laid down is coming through their head, and there's an art to that too. I think so. But to just completely rob an idea of even being able to make music is it's always going to be a thing with me. Now you're just always going to sound like you're right on key. I'm not the greatest guitar tuner, so I don't know how far this goes, but it's something we should like talk about, man. Think about, realize, and be like, yeah, man, I'm there, man, with it, How many of you ever hear the addiction, the substance abuse and stuff, and all the treatment that they have for it? Actually, lately, I complained about it a little bit here in my little box, my matchbox I live in, But at times I hear them trying to come up with a new message. But there is that gonna get sober and all this stuff. And stop using, and then just, I wonder too, I've mentioned before, man, is there any for anybody that wants more? Every day you get up and that's all you can think about is you want more. And I know there are, actually. I'm happy to say that some of some of the advertisements don't hold it solely to substance abuse, but I know that contributes a lot to a lot of the problems we have for some people. Who's being saved from speaking the truth, How much of this life have we developed where therapists are needed just for some people that aren't even... It's not like you're not able to understand what's going on around you, but you just don't really, find yourself streamlined with it. And therefore you find yourself with less, and sometimes you might even be more intelligent. I don't know how to explain all that stuff, but it is a bizarre system we've set up, and then we have these people that are going to help us, give us medicine to deal with anxieties. And what if you're somebody that just really likes being in nature? What if you're someone that's never experienced nature? Everything about your life is pretty much being scared and stuff because you live within an inner city, or however it might be happening. It's not always easily explained. Our everyday lives and our, what we find ourselves to be a part of. And never having a chance to touch and to something on like I've mentioned before about the animals and the farm way of life and stuff, and it's never even been an opportunity for so many. So there are programs. I think that's really cool. I do like that stuff. I don't know, man. It deserves little moments of silence like we just went through here a second ago. Just to be quiet around someone else. You don't have to say anything. Why do we dare to take from one another? For the money, dude. We sell each other out. Piece of ass, bag of dope, $1, no doubt. Quite often. It's unfortunate. I mentioned earlier, well, we need each other in another message. Why are celebrities not always, but I mean, why are you the guy talking and stuff for all of us and stuff? Why do we follow that so well? Why do we seek for that? I mean, are you really a specialist and stuff quite often, or are you just somebody that's, man, you're really financially well off and you got a lot of talent? There's a lot of people with a lot of talent, but how does that end up like that? Some of them maybe actually have spent some time learning about people, taking subject matter. For a lot of us, we just lived a long time through the poorer years and stuff, and some of us have actually educated ourselves. Not everybody. I think for a lot of people, it's not something that you're after, but I think for some, it's like, why not? What a cool thing to be able to do. What a thing to be able to access on so many levels. And for those that don't do it, wow. What do you use the technology for? Not just technology, man. I really dig books and different stuff. I like that angle. But I just wonder, the celebrities and their voices and their pictures, and they get in front of certain ideas and stuff, and I'm not against it. Not really for it, though, neither, when I hear you talk, and I think we all ought to be aware of that. There are some of them out there, Sagan and Tyson, and there's many more scientists if we were to talk about science. And it's not like all of the actors are talking science, but just certain things that happen and the way they sell stuff. And I'll never stop saying, advertising's the ability to arrest a human mind long enough to make money off of it. I read that once a long time ago, and that's so true. What about going to heaven, man? Heaven, You ever gone hiking and hiked up a mountain, right? And you're in the clouds, dude, the whole way. It's dark when you start climbing. You climb up out of the clouds, dude, to a top of a mountain. Or if you even rode a ski chair. I've done it both. Done them both. Rode a chair, dude, a ski lift chair, out of the clouds into the sky, and you're not going into the sky, but you are always. We're moving through the air around us in the atmosphere, but we move up there, and you come out of the clouds, dude, and the sun's shining, and it's like white as far as you can see. Is that heaven? Is that what one person described as heaven as one time? I wonder sometimes. I do. It's not to dispel anything. It's just to realize, I think at one point, maybe we thought it was there, and we thought maybe Okay, if it's not there, then it must be above that. And we went up to space, and it's still not, technically there. Loving life, man. Want to ask questions, want to have conversations, more. How about like through the pandemic, right? With the with the virus, man. And like if you can actually remember reading an article like about like when because a virus, as well as it's the great hitchhiker that I mentioned before, if you listen, it's also it's a sneaky organism. The most simplest, I described that before, and I said no DNA, only RNA. Well, it has no individual DNA. Once it finds it's a cell, then it's going to have a DNA, but it's going to change it. But on its own, it's got the RNA, I believe. How this all plays out on your paper, and I would love to be corrected. But the idea is that it's going to try to find a cell, and then it gets inside of it, and then it changes the cell. Now it's moving along, right, through your body. And it's hidden in that cell. It's hidden in there. And then it's going to find another cell, and it's going to come out of there, and then, I don't know if this is exactly how that, but it does at times. It's going to come out, and it's going to grab another one, and it's going to sneak its way into that one. So what it's trying to do is find a way to get into our cells. Well, there's in our body, we have patrol groups. It's pretty wild. Neutropils is where it starts. And that's a cell that's cruising through the body. I think it's a cell. If my terminology gets off, I'd be so happy to be corrected. But the neutropils cruise the body, and they're looking for this sort of thing. And they'll spot the cell that's infected with the virus, COVID-19 or whatever it is. And then they're going to alert macrophages. And the macrophages are going to come. It's another one. Now that's going to start attacking the cell that has been infected and attacking the virus. And then it's going to call in T and B cells. This is all happening in our bodies. This stuff's amazing, man. We have a lifetime of it. So much. So much to discover. I watched a guy riding a skateboard down a mountain today at 70 miles an hour on YouTube. It is, dude. You're really pushing it. It's right there, man. You're like right there, dude. You're so alive at that moment. For me, I've written songs about it, like really pushing it, man. Or when the skis are just, the tips are just really, and everything's just, it's kind of like really quiet. But at the same time, it's like, so, wow. Hit back, man. Life's beautiful. I like talking about it, feeling about it, thinking about it. Later. Peace.